I'd never seen anything like that felt so personal. I never thought I'd direct the movie, but it always had that imprint on my heart.
Hello, so I'm Carla from Cineworld Cinemas here in the UK. We can't wait to bring this film onto the big screens across our cinemas.
Nice.
Lights up on Washington Heights, up at the break of day. I wake up and I got this little punk I gotta chase away. Pop the grate at the crack of dawn, sing while I wipe down the awning. Hey y'all, good morning.
Yeah, it's lovely to meet you. So first question is, obviously this is a very personal project to a lot of people, but what attracted you to the project and what made you want to be part of it?
I remember seeing it on Broadway for the first time and never heard of this guy, Lin-Manuel Miranda before, but leaving with my jaw on the floor and my heart in my lap. He spoke things, him and Kiara were able to write something that spoke to me, who lived across the country in a Chinese family, of things of I knew what it felt like to grow up with not just your parents raising you, your aunts and your uncles and your grandmother, and the dreams and the hopes they put on your shoulders, and how that can feel complicated and messy, and they did it with song, dance, and joy. I'd never seen anything like that felt so personal. I never thought I'd direct the movie, but it always had that imprint on my heart.
Maybe this neighborhood's changing forever. Maybe tonight is our last night together, however. I just want to see the whole world through her eyes. They're talking about kicking out all the dreamers.
And how closely did you work with those guys on kind of making this musical and sort of bringing it from the stage onto the big screen?
So closely. Again, I'm not from Washington Hands. I'm not Latino. So they needed to fill me in all the details. They were my tour guide guiding me in. I was like the tourist with the camera trying to be like, whoa, this tunnel is crazy. We got to shoot something here. And they're like, oh, that's just our tunnel. I'm like, this pool is huge. I've never seen a pool like this. And they're like, yeah, that's our pool. So I was sort of the audience's eyes of like leaning into this beautiful stuff that they saw as beautiful in a different way. But I knew I'd never expected these things. These things surprised me in this neighborhood. And so I think that's why when you watch this movie, you get surprised and delighted by a neighborhood you may pass by every day and not know that all this beauty that's there.
It's time to make some noise. We had to assert our dignity in small ways. Little details that tell the world we are not invisible.
This is the moment when you do better than me, because you can see a future that I can't.
And there are lots of important and really brilliant characters in this film, but who was the hardest to kind of cast and get right?
Oh man, it's Anthony Ramos. Usnavi is the hardest because it is he's your narrator, he's your guide in. Very few leading men can look at the camera and break the fourth wall and not like creep you out. He invites you in like you're his homie, and he's going to show you his block. And very few people can go from dialogue to music so effortlessly, like it is a part of their DNA, and Anthony has that. And there's a technical side of that, there's a creative side of that, and there's a human side of that. And he checked every box. He could weave that, and every actor had to do that. But finding him was the hardest because he was just the first one, the one that would set the bar for everybody else.
You made all of this?
This is me.
They used to say, if you work hard, you live by the rules, the money will come, the things will come.
And obviously you mentioned that the music, there's lots of amazing, great songs in there, but what's the song that's been stuck in your head that you can't stop humming?
96,000 is really hard to leave from your hand. I think that When the Sun Goes Down is hard to leave from your head. There's so many good songs. I mean, I was blessed to come into a project that had like all these hits, and you're like, great. How do I visualize that? How did that match the beauty of this song? Yes, I'm sure everyone will be addicted to all of them at some point.
Yeah.
You ready?
I've been saving up all my pennies in my piggy bank for this day.
Today's all we got, so we cannot stop. This is our block.
In the heights, I hang my flag on display.
Cheers. And apart from the music, what kind of message or feeling do you hope that people will take away when they leave the cinema after having seen the film?
I hope they're filled with hope again. Hope for their dreams, hope for their families, hope for their communities. After a year of isolation, I hope they see an example of Washington Heights where they struggle a lot, but they also know how to get back up. And they also know how to like join hands and who to turn to, their community. And that as we come out of our isolation, that we learn from that there's light ahead of us, and to get back out and keep going.
Yeah, perfect. And then final question that we ask everyone, to you personally, what's your favorite thing about seeing any film on the big screen at the cinema?
My favorite thing of seeing a movie is the fact that you are going into a zone where you're turning off everything, you're turning up the lights, you're with your family members or someone you love, and you're with total strangers you've never met, and the lights turn on and you have this communal dream together. And at the end, you're not alone in your dream. You get to like chat about it, debate about it over dinner. You may look something up on the internet because of it. You may listen to new music because of it. You may try new food because of it. And how beautiful is it that we give space in our day to be curious again?
Perfect. Couldn't have said it better. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. See ya.
Reminds me that I came from miles away.
This is crazy.
From miles to miles.
Best days of my life. And I built my little dream, my sueñito.
In the heights.
The late nights you taste beans and
Here.
rice. The silver shade ice. I ain't gonna
Washington
say it twice.
Heights.
Turn out the street lights.